Let's stop attempting to prove to other people how much we deserve success because we keep doing things the hard way. Because at the end of the day, it ain't that deep. So let's stop looking at all the hard ways. Or, okay, let's say you got to keep looking at some of the hard ways. But don't look at any new hard ways to make a little bit of money. From now on, everything you do, look at the easy ways to make a lot. Just do a test. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to end with this. Because now, like right now, I do my thing, and I've got like $1 million coaching program, and we've got 3 people in that coaching program right now, and it maxes out at 5 people, and I'm sure it'll max out before the end of the month, or at least it seems like it will, right? So it's $1 million coaching program. I remember when I made my first premium value offer. It felt so hard to me. It felt like such a struggle. And I decided I'm going to sell this course, this training. It's going to be a 2-day event. I'm going to teach people how to sell from stage. I'm going to charge them so much money, nobody's going to buy it. Like literally, that was my objective. I want to charge them so much money, nobody's going to buy it. Now, before I tell you how much I was going to charge them, let me ask you all a question. How many of you have ever decided, I'm going to make an offer with a price so high, nobody's going to say yes? How many of you have ever done that? Now, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. I want you to look around the room. There are 4 people in this room that have decided to make offers with a price that felt so high that nobody would say any Okay. And if any of you who had your hands raised, would you like to share what your best month ever was? Anybody? Do you want to share? Yeah, Ruben, talk to me. 1.3 what? 1.3 million was your best month. What about you, sir? 40,000 in 2 weeks. Okay. You want to share too, Donna? Yeah. 23,000 in 1 week. Here's my point. It didn't make sense. So I said, I'm going to sell this thing for $3,000. I had to say it fast before I changed my mind. And you know what happened? 2 people said yes. I'm like, what just happened? Oh, the price was too low. I'm serious. The next time I offer it, $4,000. 7 people bought it. When you raise the price, more people buy? What is this alternative universe that I've never been a part of? But you know what felt harder than the $3,000 offer? The very first offer I ever made when I was selling from stage, it was a $147 offer. And before I made the offer that morning, I called my wife, I called my brothers, I called anybody who knew how to pray and said, pray for me. I've got to make some sales today. I spent all this money coming here. I've got to make some sales today. Pray for me. And man, if I'd have made $1,000, I'd have been ecstatic. But I made a $147 offer, 135 people in the room. I made $5,900. And 2 people invited me within the next 2 weeks to come speak at an event in their town. I'm like, shut up. The $147 offer was harder than the $3,000 offer. And the $3,000 offer was harder than the $4,000. And the $4,000 was way harder than my $350,000 VIP day that I offer right now. And the $350,000 VIP day was harder to make than the $1 million offer. Like, you have to stretch. I'm not saying go make somebody $1 million offer. I'm saying come up with a price that to you, like for something value that you can provide for somebody, come up with a price that to you seems ridiculous. Nobody's gonna pay me this amount, and make the offer. If you don't make the offer, the answer's already no. You increase the possibility of a yes by infinity just by making the offer. Wow. I mean, wouldn't you like to increase your chances infinitely of success? Make the offer. Anyway, I believe that's why success feels hard. The other reason, and this is the last one, is because people who are really hyper successful spend 10 times as much time preparing as they do performing. And people who struggle spend 10 times as much time performing as they do preparing. If you'll flip the script and take your performance time and turn it into preparation time. See, What'll happen, success will feel easy. See, y'all think Myron turned on YouTube and he became successful overnight. No. Myron's been speaking in public since he was 17. And he started doing his Bible study live 8 years before he started putting them on YouTube. I had 8 years of practice. I learned how to have something good to say. I learned how to say it well. I learned how to say it often. And I learned how to say it in front of a camera. And if I didn't do anything else, like I could literally, now my business couldn't run off of this, but I could live off of the money YouTube pays me easily. It's just extra. I could live off the money that YouTube pays me. So hopefully that helps. And stop doing stuff the hard way because it makes you feel smarter. It makes you feel more worthy. It's just going to make you more tired. And then by the time the real answer comes, you'll be so exhausted you won't have enough energy to even attempt it. So I said I was going to share something with you at the end of the video, but I don't even remember what it was. No. What was it? When I was talking about what, though? When I shifted my focus from... Oh, that's what it was. When I discovered that it's easier to make a lot of money than it was to make a little bit, the reason that happened was because in January I shifted my focus. What I shifted my focus on. So my whole life, my focus was I need to make money so I can pay the bills because I was poor. Then by the time I got to that space in 1999, I was middle class. I'm making $48,000 a year in 1998, which was middle class back then. And at $48,000, my focus was maintaining good credit. But I shifted my focus from paying money for the purpose of paying bills and money for the purpose of maintaining good credit to money for the purpose of turning it into more money by investing it into assets. And so I created assets that paid me. Here's the interesting thing about assets. They're not like a job. Assets, when you're creating them and building them and developing them, they actually cost you money. They don't make you money. And that's why most people have no assets. Because assets go down. They cause your bank account to go down before it goes up. But it only goes down for a little while. But it can go up for the rest of your life. It cost me tens of thousands of dollars to publish these books because they're self-published. To publish these books and then to get them printed. But I only published them once. I only had the cover designed once. I only had it formatted once. I only had it edited once. This book makes me between $50,000 and $60,000 a month. Why? I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm just telling you, like, it cost me money before it made me money. But you know where I invested first to become an author? The month before I wrote my book, I invested $18,000 into learning how to become a best-selling author. $18,000 is what I invested in me, because I'm the asset, to learn how to become a best-selling author. So when I wrote a book, they didn't have to take up space in my garage. I would rather they take up space on somebody else's bookshelf. All right, that's why success feels hard.